Hey, what's up? My name's Grant Knoche. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and artist, and you're listening to Power 98.5.
We don't play the social game. We are social. Power 98.5.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd. He's progressive. He's beautiful. He's thoughtful. He's intelligent. He's powerful. He's positive. He is Steven Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
Empowering listeners from the US to the UK. Live on air with Steven Cuoco.
Every great song has its own kind of vibe, just like the streets they come from.
Now all that music from across America will go head-to-head
On one stage. Every state and territory will compete live for your votes.
in the biggest televised music event you've ever seen.
America's next great hit.
Could come from your hometown.
American Song Contest premieres live March 21st on NBC.
For a key to your apartment. Yeah, I stayed the farthest from moving too fast, but you still got car sick. I didn't ask for too much attention, or ask you to mention the names of your past, but you stay defensive. I'm losing focus and I need to know if you're loving or letting me go. But please don't let me hold you so close, just to go rip it right out of my hands. I feel stupid cause I should've known. I was chasing ghosts down all your roads. Let's skip the part where I wish you were dead. Instead, I'll just wish you the best.
Grant Knoche. This song is streaming live 24/7 on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. However, we are listening to it live, and we're going to get the full clip of this music drop on Live on Air with Steven Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. So back again, but this time bigger than before. We've got Grant Knoche, producer, songwriter, music artist, and this season of American Song Contest, which airs on NBC Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Grant, wow. And I'm going to tell you, I hope I didn't. What's that, Grant?
How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm gonna admit, like, yeah, my birthday's tomorrow, so I'm slightly discombobulated. I know we were going to have you on earlier today, so I'm just recatching things, but there's a lot to cover here.
Yeah.
So bring us up to speed. Seriously, when you were last on, you were doing a lot of great things. We did a live music drop. You had a lot to look forward to, but this time you've got television. You've got this show. We're going to listen to Mr. Independent, which you performed live on NBC's American Song Contest. What's the life been like? Because I know that this is something we foresaw that was going to happen eventually. And just so everyone knows, Grant is representing the state of Texas.
Yeah, it's been a journey for sure. It's been a lot, but it's great. I have just been working on my own music and just continuing to put stuff out, and I got a call about this opportunity for American Song Contest I think in the end of last year, and I auditioned for it and ended up getting it. So it's definitely been a crazy long process of waiting for it to like finally happen and for it to be public. And I just performed on last Monday night. And so now, voting is closed and I'm just waiting to see, this next Monday night if I make it through to the semifinals or not. But it's definitely been a lot. I think there's just so much to catch up on. But yeah, I'm glad we're doing it.
I will have to admit, I don't know if you've heard this, but you were looking a bit like Shawn Mendes, especially in that awesome outfit. The fashion was on point.
Thank you so much. You know what's funny? I get a lot of I've got off my performance. I've gotten a lot of Nick Jonas people saying I look like Nick Jonas for it.
You really did. You really, really did. But you have your own style. You have your own look. It works. Who did style you for that evening?
Yeah, so NBC has like a whole, has stylists and stuff like that. It was very cool though because I got to go in with the stylist and kind of like I gave her like a board of like my kind of style, what I'm wanting, what I want for this performance. And so when I went in there and did the fitting, we kind of just, she had like a whole rack of clothes and it was awesome because I kind of got to, hey, I like this, oh, I don't like this, so I kind of had freedom to kind of, figure out exactly what I want. But there's actually a different outfit that I was supposed to wear for, the performance, but I was pushing for that mesh top and, pull off it. I was like, I feel like this is really the one. And so we ended up going with that, but yeah. Super happy about it.
Bring us to now this new single, Wish You Were Dead. We're going to play this live. I don't know if it's airing on other stations, but we've got it streaming 24/7 on rotation on Power 98.5. What is it about this new track of yours? Because it's different from your previous tracks.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a lot different. It's, I'd say, it's a very vulnerable track. I think I really love, I don't know what it is. It's the acoustic guitar vibe mixed with, my kind of deep bass synth driven, sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I don't know. When I wrote it, I felt like there's something special about it. I think it kind of just pulls at your heart a little bit. The song is about getting ghosted and not really knowing like what's going on and kind of getting led on in a way. And it's just kind of like that end clarity moment of like, okay, it's either all in or nothing. And, if it's not, then, I wish you the best, and so that's kind of what the song is about. But I thought this song was just so different from my other stuff and still unique, but still my same sound, and that's why, I had tons of other songs lined up to come out. But I wrote this one, maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, and I was like, okay, I feel like this should be the next one out, just because I liked it that much. But yeah.
Here's a thought that I have before we play this track. Why Mr. Independent and not Wish You Were Dead on NBC American Song Contest?
It's very, that's very funny you asked that. I was actually, those were the two songs I was going between to put for the show. I had originally had, Mr. Independent for it. And then I had written Wish You Were Dead, and I was like, oh, I feel like this could be really good for the show. Just because I felt like it has kind of like, I could just imagine like a crowd with, like waving their hands and singing along. It kind of has that vibe to it. It's like almost a anthemic kind of melody to it and chorus to it that I feel like a lot of people would sing along to. And it's vulnerable and, shows off, my singing, and everything like that. But I think at the end of the day, I think with Mr. Independent, and I decided to go with that because, one, I feel like Mr. Independent really represents Texas in a great way. It's about like in my career, I've had so many no's and rejections and things like that, that I kind of got to the point where I can only make my dreams come true, and I can't really rely on anybody else to like make that happen for me. I can't wait for somebody to hear my song and blow it up. I got to do everything I can in my power to make it happen. And if, a lucky break or something like that comes along, then, it happens. But I need to, make everything and work my hardest, and I feel like that really represents Texas well, because I feel like Texas is super independent, super strong, and not afraid to stand up for what they want. I think the song really it's upbeat, and it allows, time, movement in the track, and, dancing. And I don't know, I felt like at the end of the day, I feel like Mr. Independent maybe showed more to me a little bit for that specific performance, but it was a really hard one. I was really going back and forth.
Yeah, I can see why you would. So would you like to join us and take a listen into Wish You Were Dead to hear that first?
Sure, I'd love to.
All right, here we go. Wish You Were Dead by Grant Knoche.
For a key to your apartment. Yeah, I stayed the farthest from moving too fast, but you still got car sick. I didn't ask for too much attention, or ask you to mention the names of your past, but you stay defensive. I'm losing focus and I need to know if you're loving or letting me go. But please don't let me hold you so close, just to go rip it right out of my hands. I feel stupid cause I should've known. I was chasing ghosts down all your roads. Let's skip the part where I wish you were dead. Instead, I'll just wish you the best. And I guess I just need some time to think. Cut loose of all the strings you tied to me so I can finally sleep, instead of checking if you answered. I can't keep defending you from all my friends when they say you're no good for me. So don't let me hold you so close, just to go rip it right out of my hands. I feel stupid cause I should've known. I was chasing ghosts down all your roads. Let's skip the part where I wish you were dead. Instead, I'll just wish you the best. So don't let me hold you so close. Let's skip the part where I wish you were dead. Instead, I'll just wish you the best.
The video is so well done. Who came up with the thought of and the design to this video?
Yeah, I created the video with a good friend. His name is Gordy de St. Jor. And so I'd gotten a Zoom call with him and we kind of just, brainstormed. And so we both came up with the creative direction for the video. When I was creating the song, I always imagined some, downpour of rain in that last chorus just because it feels so heavy and, big. And I was like, I'd really want some sort of, rain thing in that last chorus. And so it was really cool to see that we, could make that happen and did it. Yeah, I'm so proud of the video. It was cool. It's just, I made it with me and, my 4 friends. So it's just a couple of teenagers and a camera, just, trying to do whatever we can. It's pretty cool.
You guys did awesome. The way it just transitioned and your female dancer and just how it just moved from one scene and blended and it was just so cohesive into another. It was almost like a Matrix. It was like watching a Matrix video.
Love it. Thank you.
We're going to get into now Mr. Independent. So for those that are tuning in, we've got my good friend Grant Knoche. I know a lot of you heard his, past interview with me. We have his live music drop of Mr. Independent. Grant is a self-taught musician and producer. He is on this season of NBC's American Song Contest that airs 8 p.m. Eastern Time. He represents Texas. Now before we get into Mr. Independent and to hear this live, what were you feeling on stage? I watched you. I like the way you went independently, and that screen just had like 50 million of you in the background, and like you're there in the center. We're going to get to see that. Tell us about that. Did you plan how this layout, or did NBC? I mean, I don't know if you can share or not, but who was the design, the genius behind this performance, the staging?
Yeah. So I had made for NBC, they, during the audition process, they'd asked us to do like a live session video. And so for my live session video of Mr. Independent, I had, I made it in this like mirror box room, and I had like, drummer, bassist, and guitarist, and I, sang it live in the video. And so, the creative directors from NBC, they saw this, the same vision that you had here, and bring it to the big stage and kind of amplify it and make it, way bigger. And so that's where the mirrors, in my performance on American Song Contest came in. And that's why we use those mirrors, because it just had that really cool, vibe of like looking through the mirror and seeing 100 different versions of me in the background there, and, that kind of vibe. But I also had told the creative directors, I wanted big, I wanted guys in oversized big black suits, dancers with briefcases, and, that kind of vibe to it. And it was great because I got to sit down and talk with them, and really got to, just unload my mind on them in a way and tell them what I like, what I don't like. And they kind of got a vibe for me. And then we, did another meeting later, and they kind of had like a, slideshow of all these different ideas. And we kind of just went through and, made it what it is now. But it's really cool how much creative freedom they gave me, and how much, creative freedom they gave me.
Cool. What was I about to say? Oh, yes. You with the camera. I like the way almost like you were touching the camera, like you were touching a person's face. Did you plan that? What was going on with that?
Yeah. So I did that same kind of thing in my live session video. I've always been a fan of like trying to step outside of, just a regular, performance. And so I was like, I think it'd be really cool, especially because, performing for a crowd and performing for people at home on, watching the TV, that's totally like two different things. So I was like, how can I, come through the TV and, be in people's living room with them at the same time, and I was like, I think it'd be really cool if I can, make it more, intimate and interactive, and kind of like, grab the camera and be in their face and feel like they're in it more, and so that's how that kind of came to be.
All right. So, performed live on NBC's American Song Contest, Grant Knoche, Mr. Independent.
Take a shot, why not? I can read the label with the lights turned off. Every word is smoke blowing in my face. Radio, vertigo, money don't buy my attention, no. Can't cash an empty promise at my bank. Look, I know I'll come on sleep, but don't test me. If I ever need permission, I'll let me. And if I gotta be forgiven, God help me. I'll use that tone, yeah, I am grown. Cause I'm Mr. Independent. No, I can't stop myself from listening to no one. I am on my own now. I'm all I got. Guess I'm the only one. Mr. Independent. No, I can't leave my door wide open for no one. Big man in the black suit can tell me no. Guess I'm the only one. At the door, waiting for it. A valley with my rockets, I can take no more. Ain't no pen to paper, lawyer says I'm safe. No plot, my only fight.
How do you walk around here and say that this is your job?
Maybe listen to a song before you say it's all the same. Look, I know I'll come on safe, but don't test me. I can hear the rap, I got you, don't tempt me. And if you gotta be forgiven, God help me. I'll use that tone, yeah, I am grown. 'cause I'm Mr. Independent. No, I can't stop myself from listening to no one. I am on my own now. I'm all I got, 'cause I'm the only one. Mr. Independent. No, I can't leave my door wide open for no one. Big man in the black suit can tell me no, 'cause I'm the only one. Mr. Independent, no, I can't stop myself from listening to no one. I am on my own now, I'm all I got. Mr. Independent, no, I can't leave my door wide open for no one. Big man in the black suit can tell me no. That's the only Mr. Independent.
Man, I'm proud of you. You've come so far.
Thank you.
I mean, it's flawless. I mean, even I'm telling you, you were just channeling Keanu Reeves in Matrix. Like, I totally forgot that you did that reverse back bend, like you were dodging bullets or something.
I love it.
Grant, thank you for being with us today on Live on Air with Steven Cuoco on Power 98.5. I want to thank the representatives, NBC. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd definitely love to give a shout out to my parents. They've been so supportive throughout everything and continue to be so supportive, which is amazing. My brother, he actually played drums for me on my performance. So that was awesome to have, my brother on stage with me and, share that brotherly love on stage. His girlfriend, Jenna Rose, has been so supportive. She's a family member to me. I want to thank all my friends who came to the show and who, was at home and supported, and everyone who voted, and everyone who, gave such love and support. So, yeah.
What's after this? Are you got touring coming up? I mean, because now there's not a pandemic, we're in a different space. What do we have to look forward to now with 2022? And this has had to have opened up something huge for you.
Yeah. Well, this next upcoming Monday is going to be the 4th episode of American Song Contest. And so at the top of the show, they're going to announce the voting results. So I could, make it through and continue on to the semifinals, which I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping happens. Hopefully we get to the finale as well. But, we'll see what happens there this next Monday. But other than that, I'm, still working on new music and releasing it. I'm excited to release another EP and project this year, and hopefully get back on tour and get that going. But yeah, that's just a little bit.
Oh, me and my team are going to continue. As you know, we follow you on Instagram, stay connected, even after NBC American Song Contest. Seriously, I told you before, I'm going to tell you again, stay in touch. You are too much larger than life. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to proclaim it. There is no way you will not one day be performing at the Grammys. I say it.
Thank you so much.
No, go ahead, please. What were you about to say?
So that just means a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. I believe it. We're still playing this video, getting the background vibe in for our closeout. It's there. It's all there. Great performance. Very happy that NBC did this American Song Contest, Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Grant, I know you're heavy on Instagram. Are you doing TikTok? Where would you like your fans and new friends and fans to go to for all things Grant Knoche?
Yeah, definitely. You can follow me on Instagram at Grant Knoche. That's GrantKnoche. That's the same on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can also follow me on, Spotify or Apple Music or, any streaming platform that you use. I'm going to continue releasing new music on there. So that's how you can stay up to date with everything me.
I love it. Grant, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
A self-taught musician and producer, Grant Knoche, NBC's American Song Contest. Tune in Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And wow, we're closing out with Mr. Independent.
listening to no one. I am on my own now, I'm all I got. Mr. Independent, no, I can't leave my door wide open for no one. Big man in the black suit can tell me no. Let's be on, Mr. Independent.
Friend us on your socials and let's connect.
Excellent job, you guys. Let me get this. Thank you so much for that. It was perfect.